We love having guests here join us at the breakfast table, but this next guest, he is one of our absolute favorites.
He was asked at Hallis Hall last week, on a scale of 1 to 10, how dangerous are you? He hit him with the 12.
The 12?
Oh,
12.
Off the scale.
Why not 13, Tarik? We'll have to
It should be.
him.
Next year. I think he is one of the best kept secrets in the NFL. We did a turn of plays in the offseason a few months ago. He had a punt return against the 49ers. Not a lot of people were watching Bears-Niners in the year. Yeah. One of our favorite plays of the year. Absolutely incredible. And I think he's going to blow up. I feel like he's the band that's about to get monster. Yeah. And, like, we knew them when they were playing bars. You know what I mean? At the bowl game that Peter was at.
I love it that he's the yin and the yang to Jordan Howard. And oftentimes, you know how it is. It's a copycat league. Everybody wants that big bruising back. They want to find the Todd Gurley. They want to find the Zeke. They want to find the David Johnson. And then you have a guy like Tarik Cohen that changes everything. And it is a copycat league. And I'm glad because there's a new generation of young athletes that's going to come along. And if you're undersized, they say, so what? It doesn't matter. If you're one of the more explosive guys on the field, you're going to have a chance, especially coming from small schools.
We did a Who in the Week segment. Yeah. He was up there for like 6 weeks in a row.
Big time.
San Francisco.
A little smoky.
My fear about the Bears, and Hallis Hall might be watching, but there is so much hype around this offense right now, and the expectations for this team and for Matt Nagy, and I think Sean McVay and the Rams really set the table for it's okay for overnight for your offense to go from worst in the league to first in the league. Let's see if Tarik Cohen can help lead the way.
It's tough. There's the bar's been set.
You mean like Tampa Bay like hype? What do you mean? Like hype in a bad way?
No, Bears fans have never been more excited. I can't remember in my, even before the Lovie Smith era, where they're excited about the offense. You know, like they got the quarterback, they've got 2 running backs, they now have a receiver and a tight end that are freshly minted onto the team through free agency. Bears hype is off the charts right now. Now you have to live up to it.
And I think the coaching change was needed. You know, say what you want about John Fox, great football man. It was stale. It was really stale. And Kay and I were able to get some up-close exposure to the Bears, and they're excited. And one of the biggest reasons is number 29. Should we get to it? We actually have him on the show. Joining us now officially, an explosive running back, entering his 2nd season. You've heard us talk about him. There he is!
Hey.
Tarik Cohen. He runs, he receives, he even throws past. We call Little Smokey. What's up, Tarik?
How y'all doing, man? Thanks for having me on the show.
Of course.
Anytime, any place. We love you, Tarik. Let's get into this. Your GM, Ryan Pace, real busy guy this offseason, added to the offense. We're talking Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, Trey Burton. They all signed with your guys, the Chicago Bears. How are all these new weapons fitting in to the offense so far?
We're fitting in great. You know, it's wonderful when you can have an offense full of weapons because then, you know, not just one person can be double teamed. You know, everybody is going to get a chance to be in that one-on-one situation. And then I feel like that's where you can see more big plays in the offense.
Tarik, you got a new head coach in Matt Nagy, and what he brings to that team is a new energy and a new offense. He told me at the Combine, key word is obsession. He wants Bears players to be obsessed with winning. How has it been a few weeks in the building now in Hallis Hall with Matt Nagy as the head coach?
Yeah, like you said, he definitely brings, you know, a new energy. He's like a young guy, and he's always excited every day. So that, you know, that trickles down and just makes us excited as well. And when everybody's excited to work, you know, the progress that we're getting is amazing, and you know, the outcome is going to be good.
Now let's get to that work and that excitement and that progress. You've been practicing and getting acclimated to Coach Nagy's new offense. And you said that you're having so much fun, you actually described it as backyard football. I'm familiar with that because I felt like my Minnesota Vikings team with Randy Moss, one of the best wide receivers ever, was backyard football. So what about this offense reminds you of playing in the backyard?
Just the fact that I'm everywhere in the offense. You know, I could be at running back one play, I could be at slot receiver, and then even at outside receiver. And then Coach Nagy has not only like made me learn every position, he's making the whole offense learn every position. So you might see a tight end in the backfield, you might see a tight end, you know, on the outside receiver. You know, we're just all doing it all. So when everybody's playing the same position, so to say, you know, it's like backyard football.
Excited about this dynamic offense in Chicago. Kyle and I were there a couple of weeks ago, and we felt the vibe, and we talked to you and several of your teammates. And one thing that we gathered was that your quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, maybe not the best dancer. That was pretty much everybody's
A lot of chatter about that.
So off the field, what's something that he's actually great at? He's not a good dancer. What's he great at?
He's probably the greatest Cleveland Cavaliers fan ever. You know, when we watch the games at his house, he just curses out the TV. You know, he's real passionate. He's passionate about everything that he likes, so he goes crazy over that game.
Love it.
Yeah, he's in for a tough week, I think. Tarik, Trey Burton comes in, as we know. He's on the roster. He threw one of the most famous trick plays ever, the most famous trick play pass ever, the Philly special in the Super Bowl to Nick Foles. Everyone saw it. The whole world was excited by it. And then you, my friend, you have also thrown a pass. You threw a touchdown pass last year to Zach Miller, which was a dime, and you dropped it in perfectly. So here's my question. When Swaggy Nagy dials up the trick play pass, is it going to be you throwing it, or is it maybe the new guy, Trey Burton, warming up his arm? Who's going to get the call?
It definitely has to be me because, as we all know, his pass was like 6 yards at most. So anybody could have threw his pass. Mine was under stress, had whole defense in my face, and I dropped it in perfectly. So I got to be the #1 candidate.
Okay, I can respect it. I like the confidence. Now listen, my guy Kyle Grant does something here on the show. It's called the Kids Table, and that's the team that hasn't graduated to the Big Boys Table. The NFC North is filled with some great football teams, some great football players, and of course the quarterbacks. You got Rodgers, Matt Stafford, now Kirk Cousins with the Vikings. They don't really talk about the Bears too much. Are you guys ready to leave the kids' table and stop eating those little chicken nuggets and go sit at the adult table with the big dogs?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, we're ready to eat steak. You know, medium, well done. We're ready for the big table.
We can respect that, man.
Hell yes, we can.
Tarik Cohen, will be seeing you throughout training camp, and we love hearing from you, pal.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of mandatory mini camp, and then, of course, training camp and all that.
Go eat some steak, Tarik.
Do it. Tarik Cohen wears Jordans with his tuxedo, by the way. Very important. Jordans with a tuxedo. He wears the threes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. He jaywalks.
It's easy to think that all money managers are pretty much the same.